And up next, we have Kelvin, Sam, and Cameron to discuss their arguments within American cinema. But first, let's take a look at how visual storytelling is influencing audience members while watching films. We have Maggie McDonald joining us here this morning. Thank you, Maggie.
Yes, thank you for having me. It's actually really interesting, but after the last 20 months being what they have been, it isn't too surprising that there are people relating to certain visual effects, especially when it comes to feeling overwhelmed, which is what we're going to be discussing today. In Christopher Nolan's film Inception, many digital effects are used to portray emotion and tell a story, which is an aspect that many viewers are drawn to and can connect with. While some people may view this as a cool visual on screen to look at, I will argue that the digital effects seen throughout Inception are used to connect with the audience through creating emotion, memories, and manipulating audience members into enjoying the film. A majority of Inception takes place within the character's mind. Due to this, there is a lot of emotion involved. However, not all the emotion is plot and dialogue driven. In fact, there is one scene in particular that portrays emotion perfectly. During this particular scene, the main character, Cobb, is teaching a student named Ariadne about lucid dreaming, and the audience can see objects floating as if the city they are in had been blown up. In reality, this scene is reflecting Ariadne's mind being blown. According to Inverse.com, Ralph Jones explains that Christopher Nolan wanted this scene to feel like a surprise. Nolan wanted his explosions to bear the disappointment of reality. There needed to be objects flying in directions you wouldn't expect, he said. It is also likely that Christopher Nolan wanted you to feel that same shock that the characters felt while watching this scene. Believe it or not, certain effects bringing out certain emotions can remind us of real-life events. The human brain can process effects quicker than dialogue, meaning our memories will respond almost immediately when we see a visual effect. According to an article by shiftlearning.com, visuals are processed 60,000 times faster in the brain than text. This can and will not only deliver emotions, but they will also bring out memories. With Inception being about the subconscious mind, it is extremely possible that viewers will find some memories that they will relate to in scenes such as seeing a city flipped upside down, or remembering a time when they were once stressed too and they felt the way that the rotating world appears. Lastly, with all these psychological aspects involved, odds are the viewer will want to keep watching films like Inception again because it will cause the viewer to feel something. The more a film is watched and discussed, the better it will do in the box office, and the more successful it will become later. So technically, Inception, among other films, use effects to reel in viewers by using their emotion and memories for success down the road.
Thank you, Maggie. That is interesting. And definitely an interesting way of viewing this film, isn't it? I'll definitely have to pay closer attention to my emotions next time I watch this film.
Sometimes you have to ask yourself, has a certain film or scene from a film ever made you feel some type of way? Is there a certain part of a film that you once watched and you felt the need to watch again? Because it might mean there's something that you're connecting to.
Oh, I know our time is up, but I always love having you here. And thank you again for taking the time to join us today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Take care. Bye-bye. Up next, we have Kelvin arguing about an American